Welcome to the beginning of my 3D series to build a 3D printed RC model F1 car. I found many guides online of how to build one, however the ones that I found showed me how to make it completely 3D printed. While there's nothing wrong with a fully 3D printed design aesthetically, once I put the car that I made to the ground, it just broke itself. So I'm making my own guide for a hybrid design, mostly plastic but metal where needed, like for instance the gear. At first I tried to mimic a 3D design by Daniel Nori, hope I'm saying his name right, since I had already printed a full model from his Thingiverse. I'll put a link in the description. But when I tried to resize the gear set he made, it wasn't working and it was difficult. So what I did instead is, after searching online for like a long time, I found a Traxxas 2-wheel drive Magnum transmission. And since the original design that he made had a 2-wheel transmission, I was like, well, it was rear-wheel drive, so I was like, this should probably work. But once I did, the sizes didn't exactly match because the rear-wheel drive transmission was a lot wider. After coming to that realization, I just decided I'd remodel everything so that it would match. This is supposed to be simple and quick, but it wasn't, because I decided it was boring to just remodel based off of his design. So I searched up an F1 car and I found one, and then I decided that I would use that to make a proportional model of the entire build. But then I seen it had like a lot of F1 like sponsors and a bunch of stickers, and I was like, I don't want F1 to get mad because I recreated their car. So while I was on my PS5, I seen a little post for the Crew 2, and they had like this little prototype car that came out in like an event. So instead of doing the F1 car, I decided, okay, well, I will make that prototype car come out in the real world, and make it RC and drive and everything. But as far as that's concerned, that's what I'm doing right now. So what I'm gonna do to show you guys that is I'm gonna make two series. One series is gonna be like the actual process. Like, I watch a lot of these YouTubers, and sometimes they'll be like, oh wow, look what I built, and they do it all so quick, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but I have like no idea what you actually did. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one of those, average YouTube videos where it's like, oh wow, look at all the stuff I did. But I'm also gonna make a little series where I'm actually working through it, and I'm teaching you and I'm also learning at the same time, But as for the first video, I think that about wraps it up. Till part 2.